Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Pixelmon adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today I did a lot of stuff off screen. I actually did do what I was supposed to do. So I said I was going to organize my inventory, and as you can see, a lot of things have happened since the last time. But first, I came back here because I wanted to make sure that this was here. And not only that, I needed to go do something within the world, so I had to go and explore around, and I eventually found it, which was really, really interesting. So first things first is that we're gonna go over there because I want to see what's in that jungle temple, and then I'll just slowly explain what we're going to be doing into the future. Because apparently, some things have changed. So, so yesterday was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. So it was yesterday that I ended up looking up how exactly I can actually go and yesterday I went and looked at the Discord of the Pixelmon in general of Pixelmon Reforged specifically, and I asked if there was a way that I can specifically go and uh, create a fully working backpack because I really wanted to have one that we can use in battle and stuff like that to create inventory. I get asked if there was like is certain items not working properly. I went, well, I can't find one of the items that you're talking about, and the other one doesn't seem to be working. So they asked me like what version is our server running, and I said, well, it's this version. It's in the 1.12 series, and they're like, ha, that's why, because you're not using the current version in the 1.16 version that has all these functions inside it. Ooh. Okay, so you can get relics in here. If I would have known that, I would have actually been going to these. I didn't know you can get relics in here. Ooh. So yeah, so right now our sort of whole server right now is like I'm thinking of moving it over to 1.16. And now if we do end up moving it to 1.16, I can obviously do several changes to the rules a little bit where we can do it similar to what we did with StarCraft for 1.7 for 1.16. Sorry, not 1.17. Now, of course, if we do end up using 1.16, we can now use data packs instead of having mods, which I don't know how a server runs in terms of like if data packs are much easier for a server to handle than a what's it called than a mod, and especially for Forge in general, which is what Pixelmon needs to run. So I'm hoping that it's going to be somewhat stable for us to use. I don't know what is going on here. Apparently, the flying Pokemon have a stamina, but I can't see it, so I don't know if we're hitting. We're dead, aren't we? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, while I was going through the whole sorting of inventory, I ended up finding that Dustox again. I didn't fight it because I didn't notice it until the last second. I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then I just ended up just not caring about it. Okay, can I get that insane look I did off screen? No, of course not. So we're gonna go to this one over here. We're gonna go to this waypoint over here. I found this off screen. I found three things off screen while I was trying to look for a savannah because, of course, I think for some either for some reason or something other, I don't think Biomes of Plenty is at one point like is updated to 1.16. Maybe it's because Minecraft went with more vibrant, different biomes kind of thing that the mod just said, you know what, we don't really need it. We don't really like need our to update our mod, so let's just not do it kind of thing. I'm not quite sure. Either that or the future version of what's it called? The future version of Pixelmon doesn't really require it anymore. Either that or I'm just wrong and it's still using it. It's just a different version of it because I've actually seen with the 1.16 version. I did a little bit of testing yesterday. Mainly, I was trying to figure out if I can actually move my Pokemon over to the new server kind of thing, which I can. So I've already done that. And there's also some really cool changes there. Hello, Honchcrow, what are you doing? There we go. So yeah, so I found several places that I thought would be pretty interesting off screen. So I thought that maybe we would want to kind of see what they are in person, and yeah. So let us go and do what we're going to normally do, which is do the healer part. Because I don't want to like fast travel all the way. Well, not really fast travel, but I don't want to walk all the way over to what's it called? Like to the town in order to heal, right? And because I would normally use Silk Touch on one, and that's what we're going to be using, we can't really do that, unfortunately. For some reason, either it's this version in general, or it's just all together. Though, for Pixelmon Reforged, you can't pick these up for some reason. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea why. Anyway, let's go fight. What did you do? Okay, I can't look at the chat. Okay. I'm gonna take a stab here and say that it has Drought as its ability, so we're gonna Night Slash. Change it to a Dark type just so I can see what's going on here. Calm Mind. Okay, so we have to hit it with a crit. Come on. Oh. Ooh. I'm glad I have priority. At least we could get a lot of experience here. That's awesome. Infernape. Okay. Water Shuriken. We're not gonna hit, are we? Yeah. Alright, Croc Rock. Dig. Yeah. So we're gonna go with the same rules as before, as we're doing right now, which is that we have to use dark types only, yada 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 kind of thing. Although we will have, I think, raid dens in the other version. Apparently, they're a lot less common than what a normal version in here is, so that's amazing. So if you've never played Pixelmon in the 1.12 version, pretty much it's just annoying in general. I've seen like every like 2 steps you'll find like a raid den, and legendary Pokemon will frequently like go into the raid den, and there is like no smart AI system in the raid den. So literally you'll have like AI companions that'll literally like do nothing. And unfortunately, like that's literally how it is. I remember doing it on my single player, and every legendary. I'm not even joking. Every legendary went into a raid den, and it was it was brutal. It wouldn't be too bad if you can choose the other raid Pokemon, like the Pokemon that are with you. It's similar to how Sword and Shield is. If you've ever played Sword and Shield, or you've seen people play it or stream it or something like that, where you have those certain companions that don't attack, until something happens, and then once the opponent does something, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I need to go redo what I was doing before. It's very annoying. It's insane. One of them is certain someone's soul rock. He just kept replenishing it. What was it? Was it Calm Mind or something? It was Calm Mind or Cosmic Power, one of the two. And he kept wanting to replenish it because the raid Pokemon was. Why didn't it allow me to run? Why didn't it let me run? What? Well, I guess I kind of have to show this off now. So this is kind of what I ended up doing. Um, I thought it looked really. I think it looks really nice. You know, I thought it. You know, it looks a lot better than what we had before. Trust me. So I changed the design a little bit. I wanted to change it. I wanted to change the wood into acacia instead of the normal wood. As I was going around changing the original wood to the biomes of plenty, that's when I found out that we are that's when I found out the 1.16 version is actually a lot better for us. So I decided to go to a savanna, but unfortunately there is no savannas around here. So I went into a certain direction, which is why you'll find a lot of these NE3 like waypoints. That's kind of where I ended up going. I went into one direction kind of thing and just stuck to it, and then I found a savanna. I almost flew right past it because I was thinking it was a different biome. And yeah, so here's a free flowing lava fall over here, so you can throw stuff in there if you don't need it. Here's a furnace, very very cool. I apparently kept this open. Yeah, I'll fix that too in the 1.16 version. I'm not gonna be too worried about it right now. Then over here I have all of the tools. Uh, and I have an extra shulker. That's because like that shulker was only so that we can offset this stuff too. Over here I have items that I can sell. I did find a random pyramid on my way, and I found a relic statue. I didn't really go into any jungle temples because I thought that they didn't really have anything good. But I'm actually very surprised that we even found a relic item, so hooray for that. Over here we have our little potato farm, and then over here I have some other stuff. Yeah, this stuff I have no place for them right now. I'm gonna work on this part a little later. Just right now I'm more worried about just getting stuff in here, kind of thing. Let's throw this in here for now. And then let's throw the Gracidia in here. Yeah, let's throw that in there for now, and I'll finish sorting all this stuff off later. So yeah, so I ended up changing the roof design a little bit. So I wanted to make it a little fancy. So I decided to go with a stone brick slash stone slab kind of like area over here. So I decided to go do that. I think it looks really nice. You should be in here. Yeah. So as I said, everything's all sorted. We have one of every power item, which means we can EV train if we want to. We have an empty chest here. We have an empty chest here. Empty chest here. So if we want to do stuff, we can. We also have all of our held items in this area. Oh, I put a Z crystal in here. Whoops. That's not meant to be in here. That's meant to go somewhere else because I don't really care for Z crystals. And we have 3 soul tubes. I love that. Oh, I did go back to that base. I did go find the video. I did slash TP myself over there just so I can actually go and grab it. So here's like a collection of all of those items all together kind of thing. I don't think that there's another area where I stashed items. If there is, I don't mind going back to the server and like picking it up and then moving it over kind of thing. So medicine, we have all this. Funny story, on my journey to the to that area, I picked up a random Pokeball item because I thought that, you know, because my inventory was empty at that time because I just needed to get Acacia. I found an ability patch, And not to and not that's not it. I found a random what's it called? I found a random what is it? I found a random Master Ball chest, and then I found another ability patch. And I just ended up saying to myself, like, of course, I'm not recording, and I get this insane luck. It is the same thing what happens when I went on my single player world, found out this item existed, and then I find three of them in and I found two of them in a row. So hooray for that. So you'll also notice though that I am not really using my backpack that much. I'm trying not to utilize it that much because of the fact that I don't think this backpack mod in general is in 1.16, and because you can't use it in battle. So yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can get it to do that. Also, you can use shulkers with it too, so that's really nice. Okay. I think that's everything I needed to do. Yeah, so let's go back to that spot.